Whiz Wedge.
What?
Whiz Wedge.
Whiz what?
Whiz Wedge. What's up guys, Matt
and Tom
from the Football Boots team, and today's video is for all of you guys who simply refuse to be fanboys of Nike, Adidas, Mizuno, Puma, Umbro, New Balance. You are all about more hipster brands, so today's video is for you. We're going to be looking at the top 10 most unknown football brands on the entire market that you might not know about. And the really nice thing is, Tom actually doesn't know what is about to come up. I've done all the research, found the best 10 I can find, so sit back, relax and enjoy a very light-hearted, fun video. Straight into our first unknown boot, and we've got the Italian football boot company of Ryle. Now these guys were founded in 1946 and they're all about, as you can see, classic heritage football boots. Even for the likes of Paolo Di Canio, a West Ham legend, and these cost about £110. So for the quality, kangaroo leather, incredible. What are you saying?
I'm saying a straight up yes. You can't go wrong with the classic leather boot. I love them personally, and this looks amazing. Reminds me of almost an old school Tempo. That's the sort of vibe I get, but a definite yes from me. Alright, Maddie, so earlier you said two words to me. You said Whiz Wedge, and I have absolutely no idea what that means, so what are we talking about?
Whiz Wedge are one of the newest boot companies on the market. They are French and they've just come up with their first model of football boots, and it is the Whiz Wedge. And what they're all about is decreasing the risk of injury and also improving posture by their sock liners. Very interesting. Now, one slight negative, £175, so actually quite expensive, because I think in terms of the upper quality and the sole plate, I don't think it's up there with the likes of Nike, Adidas and Puma, the brands you see on our usual boot market. But one really interesting factor is that, okay, they're there to decrease injury, but their biggest headline player is Abu Dhabi. Tom's an Arsenal fan, so he can relate. This guy just gets injured all the time, so hopefully the Whiz Wedge can actually improve that for him. Next up, we've got Xbase. Now, Tommy is a Kiwi from New Zealand, so these are actually made by his rivals in Australia. Now, they've actually just got a brand new model out called the Jet. They're £120, and in my opinion, I think the way they look is actually quite nice. How do you think they'll actually perform?
I have no idea how these boots would perform. Being made by Aussies, probably not that well. Nah, just joking. I don't mind them. They look decent. I like the black colorway, but performance-wise, I'm not too sure.
Now, alongside this Jet model, Xbase also have 7 other models. Now, although they're not well known in football, they're very popular in rugby and also Aussie rules football. So hopefully we maybe could get a pair in and actually give them a full test out. So we've already had the lovely boot company from Italy called Ryle, but now it's time for their Italian counterpart, Presse Bella. Now these are incredible. Company was founded in 1911, so over 100 years old, and as you guys can see, it's all about classic heritage football boots. Now, one of my favourite things about this company is that you can actually get different sizes of boots. So if on your left foot you wanted half a size bigger, say 11, and on your right you wanted 10.5, they are more than happy to do that for you guys for £150, so very high quality and also nice customization. Are these a bit of you?
Mamma mia, I think these look amazing. These are incredible. I love heritage boots, and these are about as classical as you can get. Someone like Pele would have been wearing these back in the 1960s, and I think that is so cool.
So if I were to say to you the word Zygo, what would you reply?
I have no idea. Zygo probably sounded something like aliens from The Simpsons. That's what I got in my head.
Well, it's not the aliens from The Simpsons. It is, in fact, another Australian boot company, and they have one of the most crazy looking football boots you guys are ever gonna see. It's almost got those suction-like pods all across the top, which are called energy pods. They're there for power, control, and curve. £50, so quite cheap in terms of price, but I think that might relate to how poor quality they actually might be. It's all about plastic, no real kind of high quality leather. What are you saying about these ridiculous looking boots?
I'm really not sure on this one. I think the Aussies may have lost their mind. Once again, only joking. But I don't mind them. I'd like to test them out, but I don't think they would actually be a boot I would wear.
Now, if there's one thing which I absolutely love in this world, and that is Mexican food, it really is one of my favorites. But what does Mexico have to offer in terms of football boots? Well, there is a Mexican brand called Enriquez, which their football boots are about £60, and it's all about classic heritage football boots, and that is one of Tommy's personal favorites. And knowing your collection, can you guess the boot which I'm thinking of which you have, which are similar?
I'm gonna go for, am I right in saying Hummels?
It is the Hummels.
Yeah, okay, so I've got my babies, the Hummels. I absolutely love them. Unfortunately, they're breaking at the moment. This could be a replacement for me, you know. I love that fold down tongue. It looks amazing. Also with that black and white classical colorway, these are a boot for me.
Top boy, boy, topper. This brand are from South America and also worn by David Trezeguet. Only £25 for this pair of boots. Very cheap, very affordable. They might look a little bit cheap. Are they too cheap in your opinion?
In my opinion, too cheap. Just by looking at the picture, I don't have them in hand, so we don't actually know. They kind of look like a Joma boot for me. I don't know, that's just what I'm guessing. But they're not a leather classical boot, which I like, so probably a little bit too cheap for me.
From South America, going back up north, we have now got another brand from Mexico, this time called Concord. They're not very well known football boots, but if you do go to Mexico, you'll see a lot of their local players wearing them, and also one of the bigger players called Carlos Pena actually wear them as well. Now they cost about £50–60, but are they for you, Tom McGowan?
I'm not sure. Like I just said, synthetic boots aren't really me, but I'm looking at the branding on this, and I'm kind of seeing the Puma and the Nike tick in there. A little bit questionable from me. A cool touch though, as it is in the Mexican flag colorway, so that's pretty cool.
We've got two more unknown boot brands to come, and our second to last one is almost sounding like what I had for dinner last night from my Chinese takeaway, and that is what I think is called Taobao. Now they are Chinese, they cost about £30 these football boots, and they're also really well known for cycling shoes. But these football boots that you're seeing on screen in the gold and white colourway, are they for you?
I don't actually mind the colourway, definitely. I like gold boots and I like the fold down tongue. These boots kind of remind me of like the MX 97s, which I like as a shoe. But for me, they look a little bit cheap, so I probably wouldn't wear them.
So our last unknown boot brand, we've had the Whiz Wedge already from France, but another French company is that of Kipster. Very unknown again, they cost you about £30–40, so very cheap, much cheaper than the Whiz Wedge. But what are you saying about these?
Well, for me, the first thing I thought of when you said Kipster, I thought hipster. But that's just me. Apart from that, they kind of look like maybe an old school Adizero, a Vapor even.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I think they do look quite similar to the Adizeros and also Vapors. Sometimes these unknown boot brands, they do almost copy the bigger brands on the market to try and make them look quite similar to get the sales in. But guys, that is today's video. The top 10 most unknown boots, and hopefully this will give you a better insight into what is actually available out there besides the bigger brands. But what's been your own personal favourite in the video from today? So that is the poll card question today. Vote up there for your favourite which you've seen today. But as I said guys, wraps it all up for you. Really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching as always.
We'll see you next time.